What's up, YouTube? It's me, Evan, back with another review. This time it's the prime1 Injustice Darkseid. This one came in, this is the EX version, with a edition size of 1,000 pieces. Cost it like $1,200 or $1,300. I can't remember. This was a day one PO for me from Sideshow. I was so excited to get a Injustice version because I was playing the shit out of Injustice 2. I really enjoyed the game for PS4, and I played with Darkseid the most. He was a pre-order. When you pre-ordered the game, he was a downloadable character you got exclusive for pre-ordering, so I pre-ordered that, got him right away. I loved playing with him. He teleported and dive kicked and zapped his Omega Beams all over everybody. It was a lot of fun. But then a different fighting game came out and I dropped it. Haven't played it since. But that's how it goes. But I did put a lot of hours into it, so I was very hyped when this statue got announced by prime1, and I was sold on prime1 thanks to the quality of our new 52 Darkseid. I had faith that it was going to be an incredible statue. And I was able to afford it thanks to Sideshow's payment plans. So I didn't get any discounts or anything like that. I think I did use some rewards points, but I was on their payment plan, so you pay little by little each month until it's paid off. And it ended up coming early. So like the last 3 months, I paid in one lump sum so I could get it right away. This one has 2 head sculpts and 2 different arm sculpts. And it came in one gigantic box. Let's go over it. So here is the head sculpt I keep on it for now. With his yellow ass teeth and red eyes. So this is how he looked in the video game, like pretty much exactly, except the video game, all this was much, much, much darker, and it was like a really dark video game, but with all these bright lights on it, everything's blue and bright colored. And yeah, it's not too much sculpting detail in this sucker. Not as much as the new 52 or the new Sideshow. As you can see, there's a little bit of good shaded paint in there, but sculpts aren't really too deep. Armor's good, the paint and the scratches and stuff like that. And the collar, because you know he has those apocalyptic business meetings, got to be collared up. Yeah, the thing that sucked about Injustice 2 is you'd play all these games to get all these matches and mini games to get freaking stronger armor, and then it changes the look. I like the look of this. I didn't want to change the look. So you get some weird looks on the armor in the game. I didn't really like that. I just like vanilla costume. More armor. This piece and the piece in the back comes off. And then this ugly base. Yet again, not a fan of it. They did a good job on the armored boots. Different colors, purples, blues, orange. And it did come with safety rails that peg in here, but I never even took them out of the box. Why the hell does there need to be safety rails on Apocalypse? It's a hell planet. If somebody falls into the fire pits, oh well. Life means very little there. They're not going to have safety rails. They don't have OSHA on Apocalypse. And this base, I really hate it. It just goes around and has these, for some reason, upside down Omega symbols, which is weird to me. And it juts out. Like if you look on the other prime1 one, it's just smooth and plain right here. These have this stupid pattern that's jutting out and makes it undisplayable in any cabinet or anything. So I had to get Maji Case. Now I got lots and lots and lots of room. I had to get the Max series. Yeah, so it was a huge base, huge pain in the ass. Because I don't like dusting statues. I've lived with that for a decade of dusting statues and used to have them on bookshelves and shit like that. And every time I do a monthly cleaning, something would break. I'd always be breaking stuff, forget what's comes apart and what doesn't. So now I'm a fan of having everything enclosed, and then you just have to dust the cases. So this is one of the switch out. Stands out really far, extends. The same pose as my giant poster there from this comic book. And it's a famous pose for Darkseid. I also had a t-shirt with Darkseid's pose on it that I made. These gloves are not armored, but cloth gloves. And got the different colors here. Yeah, so it's pretty good statue. I wasn't disappointed when I opened it because all the height and the switch outs, like this came out the same time as the Sideshow Juggernaut premium format, and that thing was the same exact price. It might have been a little bit more than this, and it was way smaller and had 0 switch outs. This has 4 switch outs, and it's way taller. So let me measure it for you guys here. See how tall it is. Definitely the tallest statue I have. So from tip to taint, it is 87 centimeters. And for us bull-headed Americans, 34 inches tall. And with this arm stuck out, he's jutting back 22 inches deep from that arm to his body. But if you add the base is another 22 by itself, so it sticks out like 31, 32 inches, the depth. So that's insane. Thank God for this Max Cube. Alright. So I'll put the switch outs on so you can see. Well, before I put them on, let me show you. So these ones have have armored wristbands that match the suit. But they go in the back of the statue, so you can't really see it. And the magnets aren't as strong as my other Prime 1 piece. They're a little bit weak. So I would never ever recommend moving this without taking everything off. Now let me put the switch outs on. Be right back. Alright, here he is in his looking down on you like you're a peasant mode. So now he has the closed mouth, which I actually like this portrait better. And then the hands behind the back. And that's how he walked around in the game. And he just would walk around with his hands behind his back. And he'd only take them out to bitch slap the other character every once in a while. He would even come down and teleport and kick you with his hands down behind his back. Yeah, so I really like this look. But since I have the room now, I like to display it with the other switch outs. So it's very cool switch out options. Makes it into really a totally different statue. Really like it. And again, no glowing eyes. I don't know why, but paint's pretty good on them. Not as good as the new 52. Yeah, so it's definitely a downgrade from the new 52, but it is taller. But it doesn't have as much detail. It didn't come with any flaws, no QC issues, except for the magnets being a little bit weak, but they're not so weak that they fall out of the statue or anything. That hasn't happened. Yeah, so I can recommend this statue if you're a fan of the game. If you're a fan of 1/4 statues that are the size of 1/3, you'll love this. Or if you need a 1/3 Darkseid to go in your 1/3 collection, you can get this. It'll be the same size as other ones. Looks like he's got some hockey pads on underneath there, football pads. Yeah, I don't know who the designer is at NetherRealms who came up with this, but I like it. I think it's a better look than Zack Snyder's version, but I am a fan of the Zack Snyder version. I think he did a good job designing Darkseid. All armored up and shit. Still gave him the skirt. But I really do not have the space for prime1's giant 1/3 Zack Snyder Darkseid. But Queen Studios came out looking good, 1/4. I don't know how many inches tall he is, if it matches this or not. That was a good looking one. They really brightened it up nice and blue because, you know, Snyder in the movie had him real muted. He just looked gray and silver. He really didn't look too blue. Yeah, but like I said, I can really recommend this one if you can find it. The EX edition, because all the switch out options. And if you're a real fan of the game, and if you mained them like I did, I would definitely pick it up. It really has a lot of presence, how freaking tall it is. Like I said in my last video, I'm just waiting to see what XM comes out with their 1/4. Yeah, so this one now matches the pose of this Michael Turner art print I have up there. When he made Supergirl Evil, it's from the Batman Superman comic books. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if XM came out with Darkseid looking like that Superpowers poster down there. And his little underoos. I'm a fan of the old school stuff. Alright, so I'll turn it around so you guys can see the back of it. Here's the back. He's posing like he's in a Mr. Olympian competition. He has a little bit of the fins here. This is all armored out. And this piece comes off. There's really, really strong magnets on these cod pieces here. And there goes the hand detail. Yeah, they did a really great job on the hands, fists, the wrinkles and the painting and all that. Then he has a flat ass Darkseid. And then the wrinkles on the pants look good. And the design in the boots look really good. Now on camera it's coming up super, super blue, but in real life it's more purple mixed in with blues. I don't know why cameras can't properly display. It looks more like that there, the cod piece, more purple. Then the arm detail. There's some scratches on this because the old display case I had collapsed on top of it and knocked the arm out. So it got scratched up a bit. Right there and there. But it's in the back, so no one can really see it. They did a pretty good job there with some texturing. I'm not a fan of over texturing. I like more smooth, plain stuff, but they could have did a way better job with the arms. At least that should be more cracked out and textured, I think. The old Kirby version, I think sometimes he would wear nylons on his arm. They were smooth as hell. On the back of the head, they even sculpted it. It also fell on the head there, the old display case. Gave it a little mark. And you can even mix and match the arms. So now he has one behind his back and one out forward like that. So that's kind of a cool look. as well. Yeah, for the sheer number of options and all that, I think it's really, really cool. And it only came in one box, one big box, so you don't have to worry about taking up room in your storage or basement or wherever you put your boxes or spare bedroom. Because this is all one piece except for the arms, head, and 2 cod pieces. And then the base fit in its own thing in the box. It's pretty incredible the way they did it. I was really impressed. Alright, so that's it for this review. Thanks for watching.